And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another stadium review, and this is one that I probably should have done a while ago, but I held off because I hadn't remembered a lot, but I've been reminded of a lot through stuff that I remember, like photos and stories and other stuff like that. So I thought now was a good time to make a review of the stadium, and it is of McGurik. McGurik? Don't know how to pronounce that name. McGurik Arena is how I'm going to call it. Home of Central Michigan University basketball, located in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Now, I have visited this arena a good amount of times. In fact, I believe about 6 times I visited this arena. And not for anything. It was not for a basketball game or anything. It was actually for the DI state competition, which used to be held at Central Michigan until 2016, before it moved to MSU and then later other places that I don't remember, because I wasn't around when that happened. I'm around, but I wasn't competing or involved in it anymore. So that's just why it never happened. But anyway, so I spent a good amount of time in this arena, but it has been a while. This arena did recently go through some renovations. I think it went through some while I was there, and plus it's been through some more, I think. And I've seen some shots on it on TV. It does look a lot different. They updated the court logo. It used to just be this tiny little circle with a little C in it, and it really was like very puny, and I didn't like it. But now it looks a lot better. But I have some other thoughts about this arena, in the fact that it's a nice arena, personally. Small, very small. I remember being a very quaint arena. Not super small, not as small as like Western's arena, I would say. It was a little bigger, had a little bit more of a squared structure to it. Western, which I'm comparing it to Westerns because that's the only other MAC school arena that I've been to. Western, like I said, has the very small end court sections, and then the side court sections are huge. Not like that at Central's arena. They're a lot more squared out, more evenly distributed, which I like personally. I like when they do that. It felt more like a true arena, and just felt a little more intimidating personally for opponents. It would feel. But it wasn't like super big, so you could see everything fine. For a game. And there really wasn't like a truly bad seat. The seats I remember, they weren't like the most comfortable, luxurious seats on the planet. Just typical stadium seats. So not a super bad experience. And it's like the court looks a lot nicer nowadays. It's got an actual nice Central Michigan logo on it, the little outline of the state, versus the tiny little circle in the thing, which is really cool. I will say, granted, I haven't been there for an actual game, so I don't know a lot of the other stuff that they would do during games that maybe would up the ante with the environment or whatnot. But the concourses, I remember just being kind of bland, maybe a little outdated. It had like a big 90s vibe to it. But I would assume that they've done some renovations on that since, the last time I was there, 2016. But maybe they haven't. I don't know. But also I didn't see any like promotions or like special giveaways or like other special things to do just because it wasn't for a basketball game. I do remember, it's kind of a multi-purpose arena too. I remember there being a lot of like hallways and corridors and like entranceways and other stuff like that. It's not just you walk into the arena, you're in the concourse, and you go through your life, and you can like always right there by the court, by the seats. it's a multi-purpose like kind of building for all their athletics stuff, and so there was a lot of cool stuff when you like were just like walking around before you actually got into the arena, but like you were inside the doors but before you actually got into the arena. So there's a lot of cool stuff to do there, which I really really liked. I like with like the history stuff, like cool photos, cool distributes in the university. It definitely did give off like smaller university vibes, as Central Michigan is. But I liked it personally. I thought it was good, and a nice little touch. Then overall, I thought it's a it's a good arena. Very quaint, but also not super outdated, but not super overly techy that you see with a lot of new, not just basketball arenas, but stadiums in general today. I think it's a perfect fit for the university. Really nice. Perfect for the small size of the campus, but still a good environment to watch a basketball game in, or another event, as I have been to. So, but anyways, guys, that's all I really gotta say about the arena. I mean, there's not a whole lot else to talk about. Maybe if I do eventually go to a central basketball game, I will re-review this stadium so I can get kind of the environment stuff, how it feels to be in an environment game. But if you've ever been to a CMU basketball game in their arena, I'd love to know what your thoughts about the in-game experience are in the comment section down below. And also, what other notes about the arena that have popped up since 2016 should I try to experience, or like are notable now? Let me know your thoughts about that as well in the comment section down below. My final score for the arena, I had to say it's a good 8 out of 10. It's a fun place, I would say, to watch a game from my perspective. But I'd like some other opinions. Is it worth going back? Is it not? Is it worse? Is it better? Is it the same? I don't know. So, anyways, though, it's going to do it for this review. Once again, if you've been there, I need to know some of your thoughts, experiences, notes in the comment section down below. But otherwise, it's going to do it for this video. Stay tuned for other much more amazing content, including more stadium reviews, hopefully. As we get through 2025, I do plan on visiting more stadiums. I know I don't do as many of those as I would hope, but trust me, I'm going to try. Until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.